welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by this week's YouTube video today. I'm sure y'all are all in this as well as I am, but probably working from home with the whole coronavirus stuff going on. I figured I would jump on to my YouTube channel and make a video all about my work from home tips, just to kind of lighten the mood, give some tips to make your days better, give you a routine, all of that. So I have been working for myself at home for a year now. Celebrated a year this past Sunday, so I've definitely had some time to nail down my schedule. I love working from home. It definitely took me a couple months to get it down, to not have like pity parties for myself that I was by myself all day. So wanted to share my top 10 tips with y'all today. Also be linking my blue light glasses and my comfy jumpsuit down below. I made a little list here and I'm just gonna kind of go down my top 10. So number one is to keep a schedule. So if you are used to working an 8 to 5 or a 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, keep that at home just so that you don't get too out of it. Whether you're at home for a month or even longer, keep that schedule. So when I left my 8 to 5, I kept an 8 to 5 schedule, not only because I wanted to keep the schedule even though I didn't have to, but because my husband was on an 8 to 5 as well, and I wanted to be able to get up with him and also be able to shut things down whenever he got home. So that was very important to me. So yeah, keep an 8 to 5 still, whether you know, you get up and maybe you don't start working at 8 a.m., but you're at least up, you're going, you're starting your morning, and maybe you're working by 9. Keep that same schedule, and I swear like your body will just adjust a little bit better and it gets a little bit easier after a few weeks. Number 2, take breaks. This is so important, and probably take a little bit more than you're used to at work. But when you're at work, you get usually an hour for lunch. You probably take breaks to, you know, check your phone, scroll social media. You take breaks to go talk to your coworkers. You know, we take them all day long, whether you realize it or not. So do the same for yourself at home. I give myself an hour for lunch, and I literally let myself watch a YouTube video or watch a show that I'm watching, and I sit there and I enjoy my lunch. I scroll social media just as you normally would, and you give yourself an hour to kind of like de-stress midday, which is really nice. Little breaks like walk your dog, take a break maybe to work out, whether it's going to the gym, which of course you can't do right now with the whole virus going on, but you know, get outside, do a little at-home workout, get some fresh air. Also, it's okay to do little breaks. I usually do these in the morning and right before I end the day, to do like little stuff around the house, whether that's like put the dishes away, start a load of laundry, all of that. That's okay. Don't feel, I have some guiltiness sometimes because I'm like, if I was at the office, I wouldn't be able to just do dishes. So I'm not gonna let myself do dishes, but enjoy the perks of working from home and let yourself know, like, of course, don't like take an hour away from work to go deep clean your house, but it's okay to give yourself 10 minutes to unload the dishwasher or load the dishwasher or make your bed. Tip number 3 is if you're lonely, call a friend. Take advantage of the fact that you are at home. Sometimes being by yourself at home, and especially if you don't have like a spouse at home with you or family or kids or anything like that, it can get really lonely. So what I like to do, especially now that everyone's working from home right now, I FaceTime a friend, call a friend. If I'm thinking about somebody, I text them. This is a really good time to check in on your friends, you know, spend a little bit of your day texting someone you love, call your grandma, catch up with your parents. That's okay. So usually, you know, if you have a busy day, then work. But if the next day comes around and you're just kind of feeling down, call a friend. Not only does it make their day, but it makes you feel a little bit better. It makes you feel like you have some human interaction. I also want to mention, of course, again, you can't do this right now because if you are social distancing, but whenever I'm lonely working from home, I always go to a coffee shop, and just being around people helps so much. And I'm working, I'm being around people in like a social setting, so that's very helpful. So once, you know, coffee shops open back up and stuff, definitely recommend that if you're still working from home. But if not, don't go to a coffee shop right now. Tip number 4, make a to-do list the night before. This helps. Don't do it the morning of. make it the night before. Whenever I shut my computer off, I make a whole list of everything to do. Like I have my planner here and I make a whole to-do list. I have a Google Calendar that keeps me on track of everything, like deadlines and stuff like that. But I use my calendar, like a paper one right here, to make really to-do lists and keep track of appointments. So make your to-do list the night before. That way your mind knows exactly what you're doing the next day. You're not taking away from that, and you can get up, start your morning and start your to-do list and have direction, which is really the main point of having a to-do list. If on the days I forget to make my to-do list and I wake up and I'm like, where should I start today? What do I need to do? Like, what's important? Then I spend like an hour and a half in the morning trying to figure that out. And then I'm usually just like scatterbrained the rest of the day. So when you make it the night before, you have a clear understanding of what you need to get done the next day, the must-haves, you'd like to get done, but it's okay if not. And you have like a clear direction on where your day needs to go and what needs to get done. Tip number 5, have a strong morning routine. Your morning sets a tone for your whole entire day. My mother used to tell me this. I'm sure all of y'all know this, but really continue that strong morning routine, even working from home. I know it's easy to like want to sleep in, snooze the alarm, you don't have to be anywhere, but having that strong morning routine is so important. I like to work out in the morning because it just gets me going and it makes me not want to lay in bed all day. I personally, this is my morning routine. I get up, I make my bed, I open up all the blinds. This starts kind of going into my other point, but we'll get there next. But you know, turn on the TV, turn on some news, start the coffee pot, make your coffee, do a morning quiet time, read your devotionals if that's something you enjoy, work out, just really create that same exact morning routine to get your day going, and your body will get used to it. That leads to number 6, get dressed and put makeup on. Like today, I am not seeing anyone today at all. The only people to see me are my animals. But I still got up, I got dressed, even if it's a comfy jumpsuit, it's okay. At least it's something other than like what you slept in. I put on makeup, just a little bit. I did a light layer, just so that I feel put together. I did my hair that way, because when you feel like, yesterday I did this to myself. I had no makeup, my hair had only been blow dried, it was everywhere. I just felt ugly all day. I did change out of my clothes, but I was in like joggers and everything all day, and I just felt flat and I wasn't as productive. Today I've already gotten so much stuff done because I feel put together, I felt productive. So that's huge. Even if you're like, man, I'm not gonna see anyone today, I'm not wasting my makeup, or I don't wanna do my hair, just do it, because I swear to you, you're gonna be way more productive. Tip number 7, wait, what was 6? Oh, that was 6. Number 7 is work at a desk. And I know if you just got kind of kicked out of your office and you're working from home, you might not have a designated desk at home because you're used to going into an office, but dang it, that air conditioning just turned on. Encourage you to at least like sit at a kitchen table. If you don't have a kitchen table, order like a little TV table or whatever right now and set it up with a chair, or maybe you have a bar or just something that's not the couch or your bed. Because let me tell you something, if you're working from your bed, that messes with like your brain, and your brain starts, whenever you're trying to sleep, it starts thinking you're working and it just gets all messed up. You're definitely not as productive in bed because you're comfy and you want to turn on the TV. I can never be productive working on the couch. Maybe you can, but I just highly suggest against it. I have a designated office space, but that is because I work from home all the time with my job. But if I kind of need a change of scenery, I'll set up my laptop in our dining room and work at our kitchen table because there's really beautiful natural light in there. I just encourage you to just sit at, you know, your bar stool, bar area. If you're in an apartment, sit at your dining table, your kitchen table, or work from your desk 100%. Number 8 is make your work environment bright. So like I said, I open up all the blinds in the morning. It just wakes you up. Natural light is so important. We used to live like in a place where we didn't get as much natural light, and it made all the difference moving to a place that does. It's just so important. But even if you are in a dark apartment or dark home, open up the lights, like pull open all the blinds, open up your windows, slide open your screen porch, get some, you know, fresh air in, open up your blinds. It just does so much good for your soul and your mind and all of that. And I'm way more productive in a bright space than I am in a dark space, which is also why I cannot work at nighttime. If it's dark, I'm going to bed. I want to go sit on the couch and watch TV. So really make it as bright as you can with lights, windows, all of that. Tip number 9 is get up with your spouse or family. Of course, this is different if you live by yourself. But for me, my husband gets up really early and I try to get up with him every single morning, because if he leaves before I get up, then I usually snooze my alarm one too many times. But if they're up, get up with them. Or maybe if you're both working from home right now, make a pact that you're both gonna get up together at 7 a.m. and start your morning. Whether it's you're getting up and you just move your butt to the couch and you read for a little bit because you're tired, like just get up together. It helps when you have like someone else doing it with you. If you are living with your family right now, or your sibling, or you have a roommate, like make a pact together to get up together, turn on all the lights, turn on the news. My husband is very disciplined. He gets up, he turns on the news, he, you know, starts our coffee and all of that, and I'm so thankful for him because it just helps my waking up process so much more. Last tip, number 10, you made it through, and that is to have noise on in the background. Now again, this varies for everyone. Sometimes I like to work in complete silence, but if you're coming from an office space, I really recommend turning on your TV, maybe both your TVs. Just ignore the fact that it might cost you a little extra for the month, but turn on your TV. I turn on the news. I'll turn on, you know, like an old Netflix show that I'm not even paying attention to in our bedroom, have multiple different noises on. Maybe I'll put on a podcast or like some background music or whatever, but just to kind of keep that noise going on. I also open up our screen porch because we live in the city, so I can kind of hear people walking around usually, or I hear like businesses and trucks and all of that, and it just kind of keeps your brain stimulated and some of that normalcy still there, because if you're working around coworkers, then people are talking around you all day. You know, you're used to the phone calling, you're used to all of that. So really try and just make it as normal as you can for yourself. If you are in a really loud environment, it's going to be really weird for you to focus in just silence in your place or home. So I encourage you to just, you know, turn on the TVs, turn on some music, open up your windows to hear the outdoors and all of that, just to keep it normal. So those are my top 10 tips. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope you know, got some inspiration. I really hope this helps. I'm here to offer help and advice anytime I can. Feel free to message me on Instagram if you have any more questions, or if I can be of service in any other way. I know this time right now is just really weird. So yeah, those are my tips, and thank you all so much for watching. I will talk to y'all in next week's video. Bye.